Hello and welcome. You're watching IndiaTV Digital and I'm Nidhi Taneja. Like you know, several students have moved the Supreme Court, the apex court, to seek relaxation, to seek cancellation of various state board examinations. We have with us Anubha Shrivastava Sahai, who is the chief of the India-wide Parents Association. Then we have Mamta Sharma, who is a Supreme Court advocate, and Abhishek Chaudhary, who is advocate Supreme Court Bar Association. Welcome all of you. Thank you for joining in. Like you know, the topic today is state board cancellation plea that has been put by all of you. Some intervention applications have also been attached to the main plea that has been filed by Anubha Shrivastava Sahai. Anubha ji, first of all, what does your petition exactly seek, and what particular states does it concern? And mainly, what are the grounds for that?
Yeah, see, Nidhi, thank you for having me here in this show and for taking up this important matter pertaining to students' examination. Now, our plea basically seeks relaxation in terms of examination which are being conducted and which are going to be held by various states, state board examinations. So, we are seeking cancellation of all the state board examination in line with CBSE. Now, CBSE has taken a call and they have, after intervention of Honorable Modi ji, they have cancelled the examination of CBSE board. Later on, ICSE also followed, and then NIOS board and many state governments have cancelled the exams. Now, when we moved our PIL at that time, none of the states have cancelled any examination in their state. So, what we are seeking in our PIL is cancellation of all the state boards across India. All the state governments should cancel the state board examinations. Apart from that, even NIOS should also cancel. And secondly, is that we want that the result should be declared on time. In time-bound manner, the result should be prepared and a uniform decision. Uniformity is what we are pleading, that let there be a uniform decision in terms of assessment of the students of 12th board especially. That's what we are pleading, that let there be a uniform decision even for students from state board. They all should be evaluated on the same line and all should be on same page. Central board and state board all should be on same page. Third relief which we are seeking is that after the declaration of result by all the state boards in line with CBSE, the admission should be regulated by UGC in all the universities, which are aided universities and private and state universities and even central university. Because what will happen after cancellation? After we moved our PIL, many states have now cancelled examination, except I think two, three states are remaining. But what after that? Once the examinations are cancelled, you have to prepare the results. There should be a uniformity once you will be preparing the result. Let there be uniformity.
And it is a Herculean task, I think, to prepare results for lakhs of students.
Yes, it's not an easy task, but yeah, state government on their state level, definitely they can come up with some kind of assessment formula and prepare the result, maybe in a time-bound manner of 1 or 1.5 months maximum, if they will start now. Now, many of the states have cancelled exams. What will happen later on after the results are declared? The students need to seek admission in various colleges. Their admission are sought on the basis of the marks which they scored in 12th board. So merit list, according to merit list, many universities and colleges take admission. There are some colleges, non-professional colleges, and as far as professional courses are concerned, we have entrance exam. In many professional colleges, we have entrance exam, we have CLAT, we have JEE, NEET, many other entrance exams are there. But for non-professional courses and other courses also, they admit students on the basis of merit list, which is prepared as with regards to as per the 12th marks which the students score. So that's why we have also requested to regulate the admission on all these colleges so that students be given chance to apply and take admission in all those universities on a uniform formula. Suppose an assessment policy will be adopted by CBSE, the same will be adopted by other states. So students will be at par, all will be on same page and there will be no disparity.
I think your plea is quite elaborate. It talks about the state board examinations, but then the results and then the admissions also.
Right.
So I think it is quite elaborate.
Aspects.
Yeah.
So all three aspects we have considered in our plea, so that students in future also, even after cancellation, will not face any kind of problem with regards to admission.
Mamta ji, you have also moved an intervention application attached with the main petition that's been filed by Anubha ji. Which states does it talk about?
In the states, there were some of the states which were left out. I would say that there were, some students, specific students like Punjab 12th class students, then Andhra Pradesh 10th, 11th, 12th. Because in Andhra Pradesh they have different system where 11th is also board. They have different pattern which is being followed. Then Karnataka 10th class, when 12th they have cancelled, but 10th they have postponed. Then Kerala +1 students, apart from there is one specific category, NIOS on demand category, when no decision has been taken in respect of those students. Then private students, supplementary students, there's no decision in respect of those students. So I have basically tried to address those students who were complaining that why we have been left out and why government is not considering our plea, because we also fall into the same category. There is no vaccination available, and we are also aspiring to take up further studies. So what is exactly going to happen with them? So through this intervention petition, we are just trying to include all the category of students which were left out, so that uniform directions can be passed in respect of them. Because if we talk about basically what is a plea, if we talk about the notification dated 1st June 2021, that was notified by CBSE, what they have done, they have cancelled the examination and will be declaring the result on the basis of an objective methodology. At the same time, they have given the same option which was given to class 10 students, that in case students are not satisfied with the results, they will have the option to appear for offline examination whenever the situation is conducive. So that is the one basic, demand that we have made, that uniformity should be there among the state board students also. So we are trying to basically support the main petition that from that rest of the grounds that has been raised in the main PIL, that remains the same. We have relied upon on certain important judgments also on Supreme Court, wherein a right to equality and the doctrine of arbitrariness has been dealt with, so that we can actually explain and put forward a point that this decision of conducting the examination only for specific students, that is arbitrary and not reasonable at all.
Abhishek ji, you have moved a plea on behalf of several Assam students. What is the ground situation there, and how does it differ from other states? Because many other states have already cancelled the board examinations, and obviously the CBSE board examinations were cancelled by the Prime Minister himself. He stepped in to say that the safety and security of students is paramount, and that the students must not be forced to appear and take exams in such a stressful situation. So is that your ground too?
Thank you, Nidhi. First of all, for giving me this opportunity to connect directly with these students, not only of Assam, but of the entire nation. Also, I would like to congratulate Anubha ji and her brilliant team who has moved this petition before the Honorable Supreme Court in the interest of students. Coming to your question, we have filed intervention primarily making 4 students as party. In this intervention. This intervention application that my office has filed, has the support of 20,000 plus students of Assam, both from 10th and 12th board, who have signed various online petitions in support of our intervention application. Now, the ground raised basically several developments took place after filing of the main petition, in form of statement that were made by the state government and the health minister as well. So there was a sense of confusion among the student. A panic situation was there, and to settle down with us, it was felt necessary by me and my colleagues to address and directly, let the voice of the student reach Honorable Supreme Court. So we have filed this intervention application. First of all, on the ground that a statement was made that if at all on the 1st of July 2021, the positivity rate in the state of Assam will be below 2%, but the government will be in position to conduct both 10th and 12th board examination. However, as per the reports available in various public media in India, on 24th of April, the positivity rate in Assam was less than, I guess, 3%, which jumped on to more than 5% within a span of 24 hours. So, looking into the dynamic nature of positivity rate, I am presuming that this cannot be a reasonable ground or a criteria to decide whether or not to conduct examination in a particular state where more than 5 lakh students, including both 10th and 12th, would appear. That would be forcing them to venture into a situation which may not be safe at all so far as their health and safety is concerned, looking into the global pandemic, this COVID-19 crisis. Also, one more plea that we have taken, and that is with regard to the vaccination. The data that has been made available to public at large by the government of India, as on 10th of June 2021, near about 78,000 people belonging to 18 to 45-year age group in the state of Assam have been vaccinated with the first dose. The numbers for the second dose of vaccination was around 5,000. So when 5 lakh students who would be basically belonging to 16 to 20 years or 19 years age group will be appearing in the examination, conducting examination is not advisable without complete vaccination. Also, not only the health and safety of students are important, parents will also be involved because they will also go to the examination centers. Family members will also be involved because students will come back to their home and will live with their family members. Teachers, invigilators, examiners, evaluators, a lot of people will be involved throughout the system. So keeping in mind the safety, health of each and every one in the state of Assam, we have moved the Honorable Supreme Court of India in support of the main PIL that has been filed by Anubha. And we have not only prayed for the cancellation of examination, because of course that is the prima facie consideration as of now for the student, but as both the panelists said, result declaration in a time-bound manner so as to facilitate their admission for higher education in the universities, not only in India but also in foreign countries, is important. Yesterday, the CLAT, which is Common Law Entrance Test for the national universities, notified that the examination will be conducted sometime soon. The official date has also been announced. So in these situations, when the examination for CBSE board student has already been cancelled by Honorable Prime Minister of India, they have got, of course, more time to prepare for this examination. So that is also coming into picture when we talk about equality and parity, so far as the preparation for competitive entrance tests are concerned. So a lot of things are involved, and we have tried to take care of each and every point through our petitions, our intervention applications that have been filed before the Honorable Supreme Court. The matter is listed for hearing on 17th of June 2021, and we are hopeful that for an interim period, certain important directions would be made.
Anubha ji and Mamta ji, both of you, does your petition, your main petition and your intervention application, any of those mentions the vaccination for students as well?
See, vaccination, we have definitely, that is also one of our ground, that students are not vaccinated, teachers are not vaccinated, many staff who will be involved in this process are not vaccinated. So these examinations and these examination centers can turn into super spreaders. So this is one of the ground which we have raised in our petition, PL, that to cancel the examination on the ground that these events can turn into super spreaders. And I have been writing and I have been requesting central government office in past 2-3 months that offline exams should not be held at any case, at any cost, be it for board exam or maybe university exam or any other exam should not be conducted in offline mode. Let there be a separate evaluation pattern for all these students. Let the students be evaluated on the basis of their internal assessment and other criteria. And we are raising this voice for even college students, not only board students. So this is the main ground that the offline exams, holding exams in physical mode should not be facilitated and should not be encouraged, because we are facing second wave and maybe third wave is going to come very soon. We will not take care right now and we will start conducting examination and holding all these gatherings without vaccinating students and other stakeholders, then it may turn into super spreader, which will have a very bad impact on third wave. So that is a very important ground in our plea. That's why we have moved for cancellation.
Mamta ji, does your plea also talk about vaccination for students?
This was, when we talk about vaccination, it is one of the main grounds, because when, even in the CBSE petition that I had filed, I had distinguished that for both the age groups, when we talk about either 10th or 12th students, for both the age groups, there is no vaccination available. So in that situation, wherein we are, even Supreme Court, even all the meetings that, which these are being conducted through virtual mode, then how can we expect the, students who belong to an age group where no vaccination available to appear for an offline mode? So certainly it is one of the main and, main crucial ground on which we have relied upon, because when if we have the example of UP poll, Panchayat poll, wherein government claimed that all the safety protocols were followed, and if so, even after following the safety protocols, there are various reports which states that more than 1,600 teachers died. So
Yes.
if we look at data, in case we conduct offline examination for millions of students, certainly we can get into a critical situation. So we are not in a situation where offline examination can be conducted at this stage.
Anubha ji, I just want to ask you, how hopeful are you, considering that the Prime Minister himself stepped in to take such a historic decision? I don't think such a decision has ever been made in the history. Cancellation of the biggest board examinations in the country, CBSE class 10th and class 12, both examinations were scrapped this year.
Yes, yes, Nidhi ji, you are very much right that for the first time in Indian history, it has happened that Honorable Prime Minister had to intervene and take a call for cancellation of 10th and 12th board exams. As regards 10th examination, they have cancelled, I think, in almost 1.5 months back. Modi ji intervened, and after a lot of requests from students, from teachers and parents community, Modi ji himself, our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister himself intervened and cancelled the 10th board examination. Later on, 12th board students also started requesting that even for 12th board, same decision should be taken and the 12th board exam should also be cancelled. And a plea was moved in Supreme Court. And afterwards, Honorable Prime Minister again, he took a call, he intervened, and by conducting a meeting, holding a meeting, he decided after after taking suggestions from various stakeholders, he also cancelled. He took a decision and cancelled 12th board exam. And this has happened for the first time. The reason being, which our Honorable Prime Minister has already said, that safety and security is the prime concern. Safety and security of our student is our prime concern. So that's why they have cancelled these exams, because more than 20 lakh or 30 lakh students are going to appear for board exams. Not only board exams, as far as state boards are concerned, if we will consider, then more than 1.5 to 2 crore students are going to take part in these examinations. So looking at the safety and security of the students, Modi ji intervened and cancelled the examination for 12th board. Later on, we moved plea for cancellation of state boards. And
even the
after
courts
Modi
for
ji
that
took
matter
decision,
have been taking very good decisions in the favor of students and their academic future this year
yes,
too, and
yes,
last year as well. If we quote the
right.
some of the recent examples, AIMS INI CET has been postponed.
Yeah, right, right. Yes, even Honorable Supreme Court is also taking very good decisions. Not only this year, last year also they have supported this decision and cancelled 12th board exam. This year also they have postponed one of the exam because the students who were appearing for that exam, PG exam, were on COVID duty. Most of the students are doctors, MBBS graduates, so they were on COVID duty, so they could not study. On that ground, the Honorable Supreme Court took intervention and they postponed the exams for 1 month. Now, as regards state boards, after Modi ji took a call for cancellation of CBSE exam. Later on, ICSE also cancelled, and afterwards, many state governments have now cancelled state board examinations in their respective states. Except, I think 3 or 4 states are now left. So they are also just waiting for the decision, what decision comes, and I think more other states also will cancel the exams. Discussions are going on. and many meetings are being conducted. Even today also students told me that there's a meeting in Tripura, there's a meeting in Assam also which is going to be held. So some states have not yet cancelled exam, but very soon I feel that all these states will also take a call and cancel the exams.
Abhishek ji, do you also get hope with these decisions that have been made of late by the Supreme Court, the Delhi High Court? Do they give you some hope for your to seek relief in your case too?
Well, definitely. And first of all, more than that, we have to understand that what exactly are we dealing with? We are dealing with a global pandemic. Not only our country, but majority of the nation has failed to deal with it. During the second wave, which was really drastic. Hopefully, we are on the process of recovering from it. So, whatever decisions have been made by honorable courts, by the honorable prime ministers, these are not the choices, prima facie choices. Rather, these are the forced measures taken in order to ensure the safety and health and life of the students at large. Just take the health. We have a lot of infrastructure that we can take into consideration in order to look for alternatives. Because cancellation of examination, as I've always mooted, is not the solution. Now, what I am proposing, we have a robust infrastructure in form of digital India. We have artificial intelligence. We have top level IIT universities who are ranked among some of the first few when it comes to the world ranking of universities. So we can take help of our educational institutions as well in order to formulate a policy and in order to make out a technology wherein conducting online examination may not be in the year 2021, but maybe in the year 2022 would be possible. Because as far we are seeing, last year when the pandemic broke out, we were hopeful that it would be over by the year 2021. But now with the developments, so we can presume that it is going to last at least not for more, but at least for next couple of years. So we need to ensure that next year also there should not be any plea in any court or before any government for the cancellation of examination, and this has to be taken immediately into consideration by the state government, by the central government, and even by the Honorable Supreme Court. Also, I would additionally would like to make a point that we will also raise during this during our course of argument. We would definitely pray before the Honorable Supreme Court to pass guidelines that will be followed by all these state boards to follow the guidelines that will be presented before the Honorable Court by CBSE, because parity is what we all are seeking. If at all examinations are exactly a uniform decision has to be taken, because most of the state boards have cancelled their examination, and now without any sort of evaluation in the form of examination, they will be declaring the results. So parity has to be there, uniformity has to be there, a uniform formula has to be adopted by all the state board as well, despite the different techniques and criteria that they have. Like for say, my office is having information that in certain states, for preparing the 12th board result, the result of class 10 and class 11 is also taken into consideration. So this is not the case of majority of the states, but everything has to be taken into consideration, and this is going to take some time because the CBSE is also proposing they will formulate a committee. I guess they have already formulated a committee and they have presented their report. So that report will be taken into consideration by the board, and then thereafter advisories will be issued to all the schools and colleges affiliated to CBSE. Thereafter, they will prepare their result with respect to each and every student. That data will be sent to the central board. They will evaluate, compile, and thereafter they will publish the results. So it's a Herculean task. It is going to take some time. In the meanwhile, I would request all these students to please have patience in the have faith in the judiciary and have patience. That's the only key.
Mamta ji, do you think online exams, as stressed by Abhishek ji, online exams maybe by next year using our robust digital infrastructure and artificial intelligence, do you think online exams could be a possibility by next year maybe?
Certainly or not, I would not say that for a permanent, if we talk about examination permanently, we can adopt online examination pattern, but at least to deal with certain extraordinary situations, such kind of alternative has to be available, made available to the students, so that because every time you cannot see cancellation of examinations. Because last year, but I truly feel that there is a delay at government, and they must have come up with such ideas last year. They didn't learn anything from past mistakes, because this year we had to move forward. Nothing was streamlined, nothing was prepared. Only after the petition was moved in the Supreme Court, we were able to get the decision quickly from the governments. And because I remember on 29th of May, there was an article by Ramesh Pokhriyal, our education minister, and he had stated that they will be conducting offline examinations. And then suddenly on 1st of June, we got the news that examinations are cancelled. But one good move here, if we talk about the Supreme Court, that has been taken, because on 14th of April, when the class 10th examinations were cancelled, after that they adopted a criteria by notification 1st of May. That was challenged in Delhi High Court. Until now, we have not, the result of class 10th not declared. But if we talk about class 12, to avoid such, multiple litigations, at different high courts, what Supreme Court has done, they asked the respondents, they asked the governments to prepare the methodology and submit it before them, to ensure that the complete concern, all the issues in respect of the evaluation, declaration of results, that will be dealt with there, then and there, so that there won't be any further delay. And now coming up with this particular petition in respect of state boards, I feel that the Supreme Court has the, I would say, the biggest opportunity now, when they can exercise their powers under 142, Article 142, to pass uniform direction, which is really the need of the hour. Because again, students, those who belong to the state boards and those who are from CBSE, they can't be discriminated. Because being a CBSE student, if their examinations have been cancelled, they are preparing for different certain examinations. But what is the fault of those state board students? When no decision has been taken till now, because there is a lacuna, there is a problem at the government's end as a state board level. But students, they are suffering unnecessarily. So something has to be streamlined, and I feel some strong directions has to be given to all the state governments, so that such situation doesn't occur in future.
Anubha ji, are you on the same page with both Abhishek and Mamta ji, when they say online exams maybe should be a possibility by next year, because unprecedented situations need extraordinary measures?
See, as regards online examination, it will be a difficult task, no doubt, because I have been dealing with many state governments, and we are discussing with even Maharashtra government when they cancelled 10th board exams. They said it will be very difficult to hold online exams for all the students in Maharashtra. There were around 30 lakh students who were going to appear for exam, because many students they are staying in remote areas, many are villages. Most of the students, and many students, they don't have gadgets. They don't have internet access. So it will be very difficult. It will be a challenging task to hold online exam for board students, especially as far as other universities are concerned. At their own level, they're conducting online exam, no doubt. But as regards board exams, it is a difficult task to hold exam and conduct exam for all the students in online mode, because till now there is a digital divide in our country, and many of the states, many of the small towns in Maharashtra or maybe other states, also many remote areas, they don't have this internet facility, proper internet facility. So yes, we are requesting government to provide internet access, digital access to all these students, even in remote areas. But it will take time, no doubt. And in future, definitely, I think that online exams may be conducted, but not in 2021. For that, we have suggested that for this particular year, start evaluating the students on monthly basis. There should be a continuous comprehensive evaluation system to be adopted for this particular year, so that students, in case in 2021 it will be difficult to hold offline exam, they will be evaluated based on their internal assessment for that particular year. So the problem which we have faced this year, because many states, many schools are not having data, proper data of the students. Even CBSE is facing that problem. That's why CBSE schools are facing that problem. So CBSE has given them time for another 1 month or 1.5 months time to find out the data of all these students, whatever records they have, past and present, and accordingly evaluate the students. So if this year we will follow this CCE pattern, continuous comprehensive evaluation system, if this year it will be followed by CBSE, ICC, and maybe state boards, then next year we will not face any kind of such problem for evaluating the students, like the IB board and even Cambridge. They have evaluated the students based on teacher assessment grades. So schools have assessed the students, and later on that can be again subject to some kind of verification from a committee which can be appointed.
Anubha, it is very well appreciated that you are mentioning various other state boards, not just CBSE, ICSE, or the major boards that the country has, but various state boards, Cambridge. But my question here is, what about other upcoming examinations that the students may be asked to come and appear for those examinations, be it the NEET examination or the JEE examination? Because situation is similar for every student out there.
Right. See, as regards entrance exams, because they don't have any alternate option available as of now for NEET and JEE and other exams, also CA exams, many exams which are going to be conducted in maybe another 2-3 months time. So we are demanding that let there be a vaccination drive. Let there be vaccination drive for all these students who are going to appear for exams, and those students for whom government or maybe institute, they don't have any kind of alternate arrangement in terms of online or maybe some other mode of exams.
For that matter, not just students, but teachers, invigilators would be present during the examination.
All will be exposed. So even for all these entrance exams, we cannot postpone it for another month or 2 months or 3 months, which will again delay their academic year. Last year also we have seen that how NEET was conducted after postponement, and even university exams were conducted in the month of November, October. There are many students from colleges, they're saying we could not study only. We could hardly study for a month or two, and now we have to appear for exam. So this year again, I think government should take a call and hold exams. Should not hold offline exam until unless students and other stakeholders are vaccinated. Vaccination is very important, and since past 2.5 months, I have been insisting that on various channels also that students should be vaccinated along with students, even teachers and other stakeholders should be vaccinated on priority basis, so that their academic year will not be lost. They will seek admission in other universities also. They may be trying to appear for other entrance exams. So it is a difficult task now to hold JEE exams, because now I think Pokhriyal sir, our education minister, has postponed JEE, they have postponed NEET, they have postponed other exams also, they have postponed UPSC. So for how long they are going to postpone these exams? So it's better to vaccinate these students and conduct exams once the situation is under control.
Abhishek ji, you had a point to say?
I'm not sure, but I'm having some development that might be Telangana 12 board examination have been cancelled. That if that is happening, then of course it's a welcome move by the Telangana government. Now coming to the point raised by Madam, I just have 2 supplementary points. First of all, with regards to vaccination, see, ours is a country of 1.3 billion people on record in the year 2018. We are presently in 2021. Definitely the figures would have increased. To vaccinate 1.3 billion people all at once is not possible. So first of all, we have to identify who are the primary people or the target people who should be vaccinated first. So the healthcare workers, the paramedics, the doctors were identified as the important people to be vaccinated first. Various demands were also raised to vaccinate people involving judiciary and the advocates as well, and the police personnel as well. Now, when academic sessions are about to start, we are also talking about vaccinating students at last. So we must, congratulate the central government for their vaccination policy. Of course, when we talk about vaccinating 1.3 billion people, there has to be some sort of lacunas that will be there. Nobody can guarantee errorless policy. Let's not get into it. So I am hopeful that in coming days it will take some time, if not less. I mean, there are figures that by 2023 we'll be in position to vaccinate as many people as we can. So maximum number of people will be vaccinated by the end of the year 2023. But we have to, in the meantime, we have to prepare the infrastructure till next couple of years. Examination is not only the question. Classes, conduct of classes also has to be ensured. I mean, we all are expecting the third wave. We have just been through the second wave. So classes, resumption of physical classes, how far it is practicable in the coming days, that has to be seen. But as of now, no physical classes are being conducted throughout the country for any sort of education. And right to education being one of the fundamental rights right now in India, we have to ensure that in absence of physical classes, if at all we are claiming that we are conducting online classes and students are able to join that class in order to take the education from their respective schools, colleges, and universities, then let's not get into the issue of digital divide, because yes, of course, the digital divide is there. But again, right to internet is also a fundamental right under the ambit of Article 91A and Article 21 also. So we need to work. And we cannot just, criticize or speculate, because first of all, we need to work about this digital divide, which Madam also said. And we need to ensure the access to internet to people at large. For that, we can take the help of private players as well. And through the model of PPP, the public-private partnership, we can ensure that as soon as possible, the right to access to internet is available to people at large. Again, when internet will be available, we need to also ensure that devices are available to these students. I am very happy that most of the state government, including the state of Assam, has taken this initiative of providing free devices to the students, primarily the 4G devices we are talking about. In the similar manner, central governments can also work, and the Supreme Court of India can also pass a direction in this regard. And thereafter, we need to create an infrastructure. Not only, that should not be applicable for all the time, but yes, during these unprecedented hours of pandemic, for which nobody is sure about as to when exactly it will end, we should have something. So yes, problems are there, and that's why we have approached the Honorable Supreme Court. That's why we all are here today discussing this issues in this particular meeting. But we need to ensure that in coming years, may not be in next year, but in coming years, we have infrastructure. Also, one more point with regard to the monthly assessment. If monthly assessment has to be there has to be classes. And without physical classes, there is only one alternative, that online classes. So my suggestion is, if online classes are happening, that is making me presume that students have access to internet and students have access to devices. So if at all a particular system of education, a board or entrance examination committee is having presumption that maximum number of students are having access to these digital devices and digital technologies, the digital India, we should be in a position to conduct online examination. Just an example to conclude. Few years back, for getting a SIM card, for getting activated a SIM card, we need to wait for at least 24 hours. If we talk about the remote villages, we need to wait for more than 48 hours. But right now, just with this thumb impression, we can get it activated within 2 to 5 minutes. So with technology, anything is happening, anything is possible. Belonging to this generation, I am very hopeful, and I'm looking forward to technological advancement in my country.
I think Abhishek has given a very holistic view of the issue we are talking about, not just today, but a holistic view of the entire education sector and what can be done to address such a serious issue, whether be it the online exams or a robust mechanisms to deal with the digital divide, like you said, and all of you, I think you're on the same page with that. Thank you all for joining in, and I hope students got a 360-degree view and insight from all the three people present here. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you. Thank you, Nidhi.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.